While the town of Erie was officially incorporated in 1874, its story actually starts a little earlier, with Reverend Richard Van Valkenburg. Valkenburg was born in Schoharie, New York in 1841 and became licensed to preach with the Methodist Episcopal Church. In 1862, he was called upon to fight for the Union as a Confederate attack on the city of Harrisburg was expected. He led a company of 108 men, which served at the front during the Battle of Antietam. Later, Valkenburg served as a chaplain in the Pioneer Corps. In 1865, Valkenburg made his way out to Colorado. He built his home in the beginnings of a town that is now Erie. Valkenburg did a lot to build up the town and served as a judge, teacher, preacher, and more. His Erie United Methodist Church still stands today. Around 9 years after his arrival, Erie finally became an official town. Valkenburg continued to develop Erie and other areas in Colorado until his death in 1912. Even before its incorporation, Erie was a mining town. Erie's first mine, the Briggs Mine, was opened in 1871. Today, this mine's tunnels still exist under the baseball fields at the Erie Community Park. This development was made possible by the Boulder Valley Railroad, which laid tracks to Erie in 1871. This railroad spurred coal mining and economic activity in northern Colorado. It also helped make Erie the most important coal mining town in the state for some time. Subjected to long hours in extremely hazardous conditions for poor pay, Erie coal miners went on strike on numerous occasions. It ended when federal troops were called in to suppress the striking miners. One soldier and 4 miners were killed in a gun battle before the miners ultimately swore peace. The miners were able to secure an 8-hour workday and a wage of $3 daily. Similar events occurred in 1922 and 1927. Coal mining continued in Erie until 1960, when national demand for coal significantly decreased. Today, the Erie coal miners who died due to mine accidents are honored with this memorial outside of the Erie Town Hall, erected in 2000. Erie's first school was established in 1874 with a total of 33 students. Classes were held in the town hall and coffin house. Erie's first dedicated school building, the Lincoln School, was built in 1881. A simple 4-room building, it was sufficient for its class body of just around 100. However, it didn't take long for Erie to outgrow this building, and some kids had to go back to learning at the coffin house. A new Lincoln School, this time a 2-story brick building, was constructed on the same site in 1906. It continued to serve as a school until 1966. Today, after being repurposed, the Lincoln School building serves as Erie's Town Hall. The first Erie High School finished construction in 1929. Today, after being revised and rebuilt several times, it serves as the Erie Middle School. The modern Erie High School was built in 2005. Over 1,600 students are currently enrolled there. The Erie Municipal Airport opened in 1977, originally as the privately owned Tri-County Airport. The airport eventually filed for bankruptcy, but was bought by the town of Erie in 1992. The airport was then leased to a private company for 7 years until the town was ready to assume management. The airport still serves the community today, and small planes can frequently be seen in the skies above. "50 years ago, in 1974, students and staff at Erie High School created a video celebrating the centennial history of the town. This video compares the Erie of 1974 to the Erie of old. It's safe to say that since then, Erie has changed quite a bit. The 1970 U.S. Census found that Erie had a population of 1,090. Now, 50 years later, this number has increased 30-fold.
On January 5, 2008, the Erie Community Center opened its doors for the first time.
It features an indoor swimming pool, basketball courts, a rock climbing wall, a gym, and a track. Just a week later, the Erie Community Library also held its grand opening. As seen in the Centennial Celebration video, this is the Erie Fire Department in 1974. Today, it is the site of Echo Brewing. Erie integrated its fire department with the Longmont Fire Protection District in 1990. Currently, Erie has 2 fire stations, Stations 6 and 8, opened in 2002 and 2015 respectively. In 1974, 500 Brigg Street was home to the Erie Market Grocery Store. Today, it houses the restaurant The Old Mine. Built in 1903, 512 Brigg Street was home to the Erie Bank in 1974. It later became a first bank, but is today 10 letters escape rooms. Erie frequently hosts parades on Brigg Street in celebration of holidays such as Halloween and Christmas. These parades have large attendance and feature local businesses, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, the high school band, and more. Erie isn't the same town it was 150 years ago. In fact, it barely resembles the town it was 50 years ago. Erie has seen its roads populated by horse-drawn carriages, Model Ts, and modern vehicles. It has seen both handfuls of students being taught in a coffin house and hundreds of them being taught in world-class classrooms. It has seen over 30 different presidents of the United States, 2 world wars, and so much more. Despite how much Erie has changed, I think that it has remained the same in the way that matters most. It is a town full of neighbors who are always ready to support their community. No matter what the future looks like, I know that Erie and its people will continue to uphold this value. Thank you, and here's to another 150 years.